Palma. Oh,
man.
that's unfair, Red Palma. 7 points in the game.
To Del Fuentes.
Oh, wow.
Delgado makes the shot and knocks it down. Gloria is open. 3-point. My goodness! He's a jumper by Robin Celis. Caballero has tied. Now it's Martin Rosso. Turnaround jumper. Oh my goodness.
And we are back at the Alonte Sports Arena in the city of Biñan. Such a wonderful facility dito sa Biñan, Laguna. And another game on tap para dito sa Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League Season 7. It's a clash between two South Division teams again as Nico Elorde and the rest of the Gensan Warriors try to continue their winning run against a formidable team in the Viva Basilan Port Masters. Newly elected councilor of Nampikwan, Nueva Ecija, Jervy Cruz, back in action para dito sa Viva Port Masters, trying to beef up that front line. He faces his former team, just like Enzo Hoson on the Basilan side. It's Gensan against Basilan. Gensan, 6-5 ang kanilang record. Basilan, 3-7. Naghahabol sila dito as they try to climb up the ladder dito sa ating South Division. Magandang gabi mga kaliga, si Love Tupas, kasama si Javi Palanya, of course Lyra Punsalan is at courtside. Binabati natin ang mga nanonood sa atin sa Facebook and on YouTube, and we are live on Solar Sports every Mondays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Javi, very important game for Basilan as they try to recover from that rough start.
And this is going to be a good game for them to try to prove to themselves that they can compete in this league. They have one of the strongest rosters for the entire season. Very capable lineup on their hands. And, you know, guys like Jervy Cruz and Enzo Hoson can use playing against their former team as more motivation for them to get this victory in this game.
Oo, no, Gensan ang pag-usapan natin. They've been playing well of late. Itong Gensan Warriors, a win over Pangasinan, and last week, a win over the Davao Occidental Tigers, and that three-point shooting, oh boy, they've been sizzling from beyond the arc. 15 of 35 in that win against Davao.
Well, ito naman talaga yung gustong laro na makita ni Coach Elvis Tolentino sa kanyang Gensan Warriors, to play fast and to play with a lot of shooting from the outside. They show that here against the Tigers, 15 out of 35 from downtown, and were able to force 17 turnovers, which they were able to convert into 22 turnover points. The bench was spectacular in this game, outscoring Davao's bench 62 to 45, and you know, there were 5 guys also in double figures, led by that guy, Cal Tolentino.
Well, Cal Tolentino finished with 22 points in that game, and he has been the focal point of this Gensan offense. The son of Coach Elvis Tolentino, he has really come alive in the last few games. This is probably his 4th or 5th straight game na double figure siya. 5 of 8 from beyond the arc. Very important because this team uses a lot of plays with a lot of pace and space.
Exactly. And ang maganda dito kay Kyle Tolentino, si Delph, is he's accepted the responsibility that's been given to him by his father, head coach Elvis Tolentino, as the main man of this team, or one of the main men of this Gensan Warriors squad. And each game he has been improving, seeing where he can get to his spots, and also trying to be a decoy at some times of the game.
Well, the offense has been up and down, especially last season for Kyle, but the defense, andun na yun eh. Kasi ang ganda ng length niya, no, defending the wing.
And he's been having a good combination with this guy in the backcourt, putting pressure on the opposing team's guards. Joel Liu, we already know what he can do defensively, always disrupting the opposing team's perimeter players. But his offense, as of late, has been turning up.
Oo. Did you like that smile? Medyo,
May pangiting na may meaning ng konti. Nakita mo naman kasi yung numero niya, 6 out of 6 and 4 out of 4 from the outside. Even messaged me after that game, bakit di daw siya binigyan ng Best Player Award? Bakit daw kay Kyle pa rin binigay? Minsan lang daw siya maging perfect eh.
Ako sasagot dyan mamaya. Basilan in their last game, on the other hand, also played here at the Alonte Sports Arena, went up against the home team, the Biñan Tatakgel, and they were really in this game up until the very end. And, you know, Alex Cabagnot hit a late three-pointer to keep them in the thick of the fight, but that rebounding just too tough to offset, especially in a tight game. Plus 15 ang Binyan. Pag ganito yung kadikit yung laro, every possession counts.
Correct. And you know, it was a neck-and-neck game for almost the entire game. But in the fourth quarter, ang maganda dito sa Basilan is they went down by 9 points with over 2 minutes remaining, but they made a 7-0 run to be able to try and get back in that game. Naubusan lang sila ng oras nung dulo. And what they want really in this game, if they keep it close, is to have a good finishing kick. And they have the players to do so, especially Crunchman Alex Cabagnot.
And the Crunchman nearly delivered a victory para sa kanila in their last game, and Alex Cabagnot has actually, you know, I think he's pretty much adjusted dito sa style of play in the MPBL. It took a while, pero nakikita na natin that he's adjusted to the physicality and he's picked his spots very well.
And you can read the reaction on his face every time he steps onto the court. He is in there for a mission, and he wants to fulfill that mission, trying to lead this Basilan team in this season, try to get them to a better spot in the team standings.
9 rebounds and 7 assists and 16 points para kay Alex Cabagnot. And Viva Basilan Port Masters trying to bounce back against the streaking Gensan Warriors. Starting lineups courtesy of Miguel Perez.
Viva Port Masters. This is the 2025 Manny Pacquiao's MPBL Season 7. Here are the starters, beginning with Gensan Warriors. Starting at forward, number 15, Flex Apreku. Also at forward, number 7, Kyle Tolentino. Coming in at center, number 17, Gama Evangelista. 2 guard, number 8, Ping Masaglang. And at 1 guard, number 4, Nico Flash Elorde. The head coach for Gensan Warriors is Elvis Tolentino. Assistant coaches Boying Diloy, Ramon Pido, Peter Deligero, Eric Coronado, Rod Tolentino, Raisel Castro, and Ray Javier. Team manager is Merman Flores. Team owner is Michael Pacquiao. And now the starters for Basilan Viva Port Masters. Starting at guard, number 19, Eman Calo. Also at guard, number 3, Raymar Kaduyak. Starting at center, number 1, James Tempra. Forward, number 11, Gab Dagangon. And the other forward, number 8, Sherwin Concepcion. The head coach for Basilan Viva Port Masters is Rich Alvarez. Assistant coaches Melo Navarro, Rob Labagala, Ardel Siab, and Shalito Caro. Coaching consultant is Mac Tan. Assistant team manager Timothy Pua. Team manager is Bernard Young.
Starting 5 is brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Gensan has Nico Elorde, Ping Masaglang, Gama Evangelista, Cal Tolentino, and Felix Apreco Jr. Basilan naman with Eman Calo, Raymar Kaduyak, James Tempra, Gab Dagangon, and Sherwin Concepcion. It's a great matchup here between Gensan and Basilan. Our referees, Seth Pingol, Hali Damikog, Efren Aganan, and Manuel Binondo is the 4th man. And we are underway here in Binyan. Tempra inside the paint. Tempra puts it in. First basket para kay James Tempra, and Basilan is on the board 2-0.
Coach Rich Alvarez has given the opportunity to start here for James Tempra, and I think he's a guy that's very well suited to this roster. He gives a lot of intangibles at that 4 spot, can even slide down to the 3 if needed when they need a big lineup on the floor. Tempra knows how to play inside, but also has that versatility to defend multiple positions.
Kaduyak loses the handle. Nico Elorde puts it in. The first basket of the game for Gensan.
Aside from the guys we talked about at the top of our coverage, Joel Liu, Kyle Tolentino, one guy who has also been a pleasant surprise offensively for Gensan this season, Nico Elorde.
Yeah, and he's been doing it on both ends of the floor. Nico, always known as a hard-nosed and tough defender, pero as a scorer and a facilitator, nakikita na natin talaga yung entire package. I think he's very comfortable now playing here in the MPBL. Not that he wasn't in the previous seasons, pero iba yung level of control and maturity ngayon ni Nico Elorde sa laro niya.
Correct, and he really has taken on the responsibility to be one of the lead guards of this franchise. One of the few guys that have been averaging in double figures para sa kanila. 12.1 points per game for Elorde this season. Second leading scorer next to Mark Cruz.
And Mark Cruz has been in and out of the lineup due to an injury. Now, one of those guys, rare, very rare dito sa liga natin, who averages 10 points and over 5 assists per game.
That's just very impressive considering the mileage that they already have in their careers, playing up and down and in-your-face defense almost all the time. That just goes to show you how well-conditioned these players are.
And Nico Elorde turned the ball over, and the Concepcion able to lay it in on the break. Tolentino. Elorde puts the ball on the deck. The runner from Nico won't go. Rebound, Sherwin Concepcion.
Basilan trying to make sure that they tighten up their defense at this point of the game pa lang to prevent Gensan any chance of trying to push the pace.
Calo will pull up. No. Tempra with a big offensive rebound, and Apreco is there to tie him up.
Well, that's exactly why he's there, to provide that energy, especially on the glass.
Last break of the game is brought to you by Extreme X-Pop Personal Karaoke Speaker. Everyday karaoke.
Sherwin Concepcion out running everybody there on that fast break opportunity.
May palitan ng tawag dito. Junicio and Larry Rodriguez are in the game. Ping Masaglang gets to his spot. And the foul whistled on Gab Dagangon.
Initially, to start the season, Sidel, itong Gensan didn't really play Ping Masaglang a lot. But when they actually did, things started to shape up para sa kanila.
They got a bit of rhythm when he came in.
He has really helped them defensively, and also maasahan mo naman talaga siya parati sa opensa, getting those shots in the perimeter. Piso-piso naman yan parati si Ping Masaglang. You get him those open looks, 15 to 18 feet, he's a bucket from there.
And Ping Masaglang, an OG Warrior, was part of that team since season 2. Was part of that team that actually reached the playoffs several times.
I think he's the longest tenured player.
Meron pa yan. As Sherwin Concepcion misses the 3. Calo takes it away from Kyle. Eman, bank shot won't go. Follow-up, blocked by Larry. A foul on Larry. 2 free throws para kay Eman. Kasama niya doon noong unang season na yun. Alala ko pa. Yomer Lucentes. Jore Morada, who's been quite a prominent figure in the Panalay circuit in Mindanao. And I'm sure guys like Daryl Goloran, Eman Calo finished with 16 against Binyan in a losing effort.
Those names that you mentioned, legendary names in the Visayas and in the Mindanao area.
I saved the chicken. Sinaluko nga eh.
Nice catch. Nice catch.
I'm really quick with my hands.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Well, have you been taking some agility drills lately?
Yes, I think so. With the tennis ball. Here comes Larry Rodriguez. Tempra with a rebound off the stop. Dagangon pulls up. And Elorde plucks that ball out of the air. Kyle stepped on the line.
Those are the kinds of errors that you hate to happen, but you're just going to have to move on from that and put that behind you. Still a tight game here to start.
Eman Calo sees a lane, and Tempra gets the 2 points. Tempra hardly saw action when he was with Manila last season, Javi, and now ang ganda ng gamit sa kanya dito sa Basilan.
Yeah, Coach Rich likes him very much because he brings a lot of hustle and energy. And also, when you can set him up with those kinds of drop passes, he's a good finisher around the basket.
Yeah, can finish with the right or left hand as well. Sherwin Concepcion for 3. Yes, sir.
If there's one spot that you can't leave him wide open in, one particular spot, it's that top of the circle. He likes that spot.
And Basilan off and running here in the first quarter. Three-point shot is brought to you by Extreme. One-stop shop appliances. Sherwin Concepcion, wide open three. That's a bucket for Sherwin. Timeout muna tayo.
Magandang nangyayari sa Gensan ngayon is nagiging more of a team na talaga yung team namin. Nag-gel na sila ngayon. Tsaka sumusunod na sa sistema. Yung mga bata natututo ng makiyano sa mga veterano. Tsaka yung mga veterano nag-guide nila yung mga bata ngayon. Ang pinakamaganda na i-install namin yung disiplina sa team. Kaya medyo maganda yung pinapakita ng mga players ngayon.
Coach Elvis
Despite being back on a winning streak, Coach Elvis Tolentino remains grounded and laser-focused dahil para sa kanya hindi daw nasusukat ng consistent wins ang success ng team but how the team continues to grow after those early losses in the season. For him, hindi daw sila pwedeng magpakampante. He makes sure na present siya palagi dahil minomonitor daw niya kung ano pa ang need i-polish. He sees their early season losses not as setbacks but as powerful wake-up calls. Mas maganda din yung na-experience namin yung mga talo sabi niya. Doon nabuhayan ng mga players, doon nagsimulang umayos ang disiplina at mas naging malalim yung passion nila para i-maximize ang efforts sa laro. With renewed hunger and tightened team chemistry, Gensan is slowly proving they're not just back, they're better. Back to you guys.
Maraming salamat, Lyra. And echoing just what Coach Elvis said there. The change in the demeanor of this Gensan team. I think there's, the past few games have really taken a load off their shoulder. No? Parang nawalan sila ng pressure kahit papano.
I think the key word that Coach Elvis mentioned earlier in that interview was discipline. Yan talaga ang pinagkaiba. That's what has triggered this change in demeanor for the Warriors this past few games. They've stuck to their game plan and they've stuck to their roles as a team.
It's an offensive foul on Eman Calo, warding off his fellow Cebuano, Joel Liu.
Kitang-kita naman.
Pinasok na sa laro Enzo Hoson, who is in his second game back from an injury. It sidelined him for a couple of months, an ankle injury. Kaduyak whistled for the personal. Nadi Santos comes in for Tempra. Heruta to inbound, bigay kay Joel Liu. Larry Rodriguez swings it over to Val Acuña. Larry inside. That won't count. Shot clock violation.
Took a little too long in recognizing the late shot clock situation. Liu should have tried and make something happen off the bounce rather than still give it to Larry Rodriguez with just 3 seconds remaining.
Yeah. Ball was in his hands. With 0 on the clock there. And Mancalo, down low they go. Adi Santos. Basilan finding their rhythm early here.
The defense has been tight, the passes have been on point, and they've been able to hit their shots.
Acuña on the handoff. Val with Concepcion right there. Ball is loose.
Ooh, that's a foul on Liu.
Foul on Joel Liu. Napasa penalty, only the third team foul. Third team foul. This is the assistant game brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
I think many people forget how good of a ball handler Eman Calo is in the pick and roll situation. The way that he's able to make those kinds of passes is impressive.
That's number 2 on Liu.
Quick 2 fouls. I don't think Coach Elvis Tolentino will sub him out yet. He's going to let him stay. Just make sure that he doesn't get his third.
Calo on the curl. Oh, beautiful pass. to Adi Santos. Ang ganda ng play doon ng Basilan.
Everything was on timing. The curl by Eman Calo and then the cut by Adi Santos.
Back-to-back baskets para kay Adi. Lead is at 15. An offensive foul on Aaron Hiruta.
Basilan has been able to anticipate almost everything that Gensan's been wanting to do here.
Play of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Extended time on the floor for Raymar Kaduya.
Well, he's made sure that the ball would be moving in the right direction here for the Basilan Viva Port Masters. Most of the baskets have either come from him or hockey assists from him.
Dionisio secures the rebound. That's a good look galing kay Jervy Cruz. Consi, Jervy. Dionisio, 3 minutes remaining here in the first period. 14-point lead for Basilan. Only one field goal so far for the Warriors. Tonton Bringas, the handoff to Val. Tonton gets it back, fires the jumper, and he rattles that one in.
Patient offense there for the Gensan Warriors. Didn't force the issue on the initial action with a double high. Got it back to Tonton Bringas. Val Acuña, the one delivering that pass.
Boson, bigay kay Jervy. 2 of 12 for Gensan, 7 of 13 for Basilan. Kaduyak gets it back, finds Adi Santos again, who misses the layup. May have been fouled there as well.
Definitely a push downstairs, but no whistle blown.
Dionisio, the extra pass from Val. Dionisio knocks it down.
First 3-point make of Gensan in this game after 6 attempts.
You always count on Gensan to find their mark from deep. Kaduyak. Santos to Cruz to Calo. Eman inside.
He should have taken the shot.
Boy Pastoran and Alex Cabagnot come in para kay Kaduyak and Calo.
What a fantastic job these two have done in the backcourt.
That's Marvin Dionisio. Beautiful backspin on that three. Enzo Hoson drives, a foul on Marvin Dionisio.
Nice bait job made there by Enzo Hoson, using his body to protect the basketball and preventing Dionisio from getting a hand on the rock.
Enzo Hoson took 2 shots last week. Really difficult if you're trying to get your timing back after being sidelined by dalawang buwan. Well, Jer's the official outfitter of the MPBL.
But with him being back, it takes the load off of the shoulders of the other guards of Basilan. They now have another guy they can go to facilitate and also to score. But Enzo Oson has also developed defensively. His time under Coach Elvis with South Cotabato has really been a big help for him moving forward in his career, na nagagamit niya dito ngayon sa Basilan.
5 seconds on the shot clock. Liu takes on Hoson. Liu, no good. Pastoran. Jimboy. Inside, Adi Santos for 2.
That pick and roll situation for Basilan has worked wonders for them in this game. Give a lot of credit to the ball handlers. Earlier, Eman Calo. Ngayon naman si Jimboy Pastoran.
They run a lot of those plays, Javi.
Sometimes it's a double drag, but sometimes it's also a middle ball screen or sometimes a ball screen from the side.
Pastoran finds Santos again. Dalawang option niya doon Jervy and Adi, and it's Adi Santos ang napili niya. 22-8.
The options have been spread out, pero ang maganda dito is the Basilan guards have been making the right decisions and the right reads.
Liu, high arcing 3 is good.
Well, it was in this same venue where he was perfect from the outside in their last game against Davao.
He's made his last 5 attempts from beyond the arc. Pastoran.
There's a switch.
Enzo Hoson. Hoson launches. That won't go. 5 seconds remaining. Bringas, they have time here. Eloy Tan from half court. That will do it. First quarter in the books dito sa Alonte Sports Arena, and it was an impressive quarter for the Viva Basilan Port Masters.
Basilan off to a good start offensively, making the right reads. Eman Calo had some nice dishes right there off of the two-man game. James Tempra was making himself available for a lot of those drop passes. Sherwin Concepcion also had a few buckets. That one in transition, he also had a three-point shot. But see here, right timing and the right reads on multiple plays offensively for Basilan. Eman Calo and then Jimboy Pastoran coming in off the bench to also set up guys like Adi Santos to open up this lead.
16 points in the paint for Basilan, and they lead 22-11 at the end of one.
Well, we're 3-7 right now, so we have a few more games left, several games left. So sana we could make the adjustments and make the adjustments happen on the court, and sana effective and we win. Yun ang pretty basic na kailangan namin gawin.
The Crunchman Alex Cabagnot will start the second period for the Basilan Viva Port Masters, and you heard it from the guy, the adjustments on the fly ang kailangan dito from the Port Masters. Meanwhile, Lyra Punsalan has a report for us.
Alex Cabagnot is doing more than just running the plays for the Basilan Port Masters. He's setting the tone for their resilience and hard work. With the team facing early season struggles, he admitted na hindi daw naging madali, but he's holding on to a winning mindset. I'm here to try to manifest wins. It's been tough, but we keep on grinding. He added that his focus now is to be a source of energy and positivity for his teammates. I'm doing everything I can to stay energetic and vibrant. Attitude will determine your altitude. We don't dwell on potential, we focus on hard work. Back to you guys.
Maraming salamat, Lyra, and all starts with the work in practice for Alex Cabagnot. I've seen a lot of Basilan videos, and the work they put in they've really been on a grind dun sa kanilang ensayo pa lang.
Yeah, I'm sure. These guys are bona fide professionals and a lot of experience, not just from the players, but from the coaching staff as well. These guys knows what it takes to get victories here in this league. It's going to be a process for them. It has continued to be a process, but if they continue to stay on the grind, just as Alex mentioned in that report by Lyra and in the interview, they're going to start getting some victories.
A beautiful play again. Adi Santos is into double figures, 10 points for Adi.
And of course, Sedel, with a loaded lineup like this, sometimes they have to figure out how to share the basketball and share the wealth. But I think they're getting the job done right now. They're already noticing kung saang mga spots sila dapat pumunta at saang spots dapat nila ibigay sa kanilang mga teammates.
Chemistry will always be a concern, especially if you're a new team. Pastoran, beautiful find para dito kay Adi Santos. Jimboy has picked up from where Raymar Caduyac left off. And Adi Santos, on the other hand, has been all over the floor, particularly inside that shaded lane. He's got 12 of the 20 inside points of Basilan.
That's a big cause of concern for Coach Elvis Tolentino, something I'm sure that he will definitely address at the dugout, but they have to try and figure out something here quickly, try to push him out of that shaded area, because he's been getting a lot of opportunities on rolls and on cuts. Those drop passes have been finding its way to him.
They score another one again on the play. Itong Gensan Warriors, that has been a staple sa baseline inbound nila. Cal Tolentino maximizing his advantage. Right there, Pastoran pulls up the jumper, no good. A foul on Jervy Cruz.
got a hand on that rebound play by Larry Rodriguez.
Play of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Threading the needle. That time, Jimboy Pastoran.
Well, the tough thing about going up against Basilan is, all of their guards are threats offensively. So when one guard makes a drive to the basket, they attract so much defense. That's why some guys on the defensive side will be caught ball watching.
Valentino, who has 5 points in the game. Binigay kay Marwin Janicio. Now with Liu. 5 to shoot. Liu trying to break down the defense here. Liu with a fadeaway. It's short. Rebounded Jervy Cruz.
That's a shot you want him to take. Still not in his arsenal, those shots off the bounce.
Kaduyak to the corner. Enzo Hoson stepped on the line. And 26-16 is the count. Eman Calo returns for Enzo Hoson. 7 minutes to play here in the second quarter. 10 of 15, 2-point field goals for Basilan, 3 of 8 for Gensan. We know they take a lot of three-pointers, the Warriors. Liu using the pick. High arcing 3, won't go. And Kaduyak doing a terrific job there, preventing the offensive rebound.
And that's the reason why his percentage from the outside has increased. It's because he changed that arc on his shot. Mas palobo na ngayon kaysa mas patusok. Ito si Joel Liu.
A foul away from the ball. That's on Tempra, I believe. And Liu sits down. Pinasok na si Aaron Hiruta, and Marcus Hari also comes in place of Marvin Janicio. Sherwin Concepcion is in for Jervy Cruz sa Basilan side. 10-point game, second quarter. Hiruta. Larry Rodriguez. Tukusari. Hiruta. Now with Tolentino. Kyle finds Aaron on the three-pointer is blocked by Eman Calo. 2 seconds in the shot clock.
You see the way Basilan defended that possession. They were putting their foot down on drives to the basket by Gensan. They couldn't find their way inside that shaded area. Kaya wala masyado makadevelop dun sa opensa na yun ng Warriors. And Tempra also doing a good job on Larry Rodriguez, pushing him out of that block.
Elorde for 3. Posali with the offensive rebound. Hiruta. Against Calo. And Larry, the pass was too strong.
Already good coverage shown there by James Tempra, but you like the help coming from Sherwin Concepcion to try and make sure that Larry Rodriguez would not have a good opportunity to score inside.
26-16, Ping Masaglang will check in sa next dead ball. Eman Calo gets it to Sherwin Concepcion. Off the mark, rebound, Larry Rodriguez. Elorde pushing, quickly to Tolentino. The cross-court pass, Hiruta. Well covered by Sherwin Concepcion. There's a switch. And backball poked away by Eman Calo.
Larry Rodriguez has had a long second quarter here.
Well, really took his time there, Larry Rodriguez. Kaya na tapik ni Eman Calo.
And the defense has been coming at him.
Elorde to Larry Rodriguez. Long two goes in.
If I was being played the way that they're playing Larry Rodriguez right now, I would be gassed with all the bumps that I've been getting. But Rodriguez just calmly knocking down that jumper.
And he's been put in a lot of ball screen situations as well. And Sumenyas na siya kay Coach Elvis. 40-something, Larry Rodriguez.
Pero hindi pa rin nagbabago. Still the same player that I first watched years ago.
Ano yan eh? PCCR, I believe. Ito si Larry Rodriguez. At Nico Elorde could not score inside. Tonton Bringas, couple of fakes. Masaglang, yes!
What a smart play made there by Tonton Bringas. Did not rush it, did not force it. He saw Masaglang wide open on the left side. He knew he had multiple guys on him. Somebody gotta be open.
Calo gives it up to Sherwin. Concepcion, 18-footer drops para kay Sherwin.
Just quick decisions, quick passes being made here by Basilan. That has kept Gensan off guard defensively. Kasari here getting that offensive foul.
(28-20). 4 minutes remaining. Posod. Dagangon pulls up. Good challenge by Tonton Bringas. Calo sticks it back in.
They tried to set up Gab Dagangon, but he ends up with a miss. You could always expect Eman Calo to try and contend for an offensive rebound. Even if he's behind the three-point line, he'll try to go for that extra possession.
And Tonton Bringas knocks down the jumper, and it's 30-22.
He's had some quality minutes in this game. Ito si Tonton Bringas.
And Tempra with another foul away from the ball. Kaya kailangan siya palitan dito ni Adi Santos. You see John Mahari still there. Jason Grimaldo is also there on the Basilan bench. Bringas. No option there. Ngayon naka kay Elorde na ang bola. Elorde pulls up. Yes! Beautiful shot. Nico Elorde on that 14-footer.
So that ended up again in a late shot clock situation for Gensan. They had to improvise because Basilan has done a good job of really denying the options in the half-court set by the Warriors. And offensively, they've just been a step ahead.
So if you're Gensan, you're fine. You're in a good spot even though you're down by 6. No. Your main strength, three-point shooting, is not there yet. Not shooting just 21% at the moment.
Well, they've had 14 attempts already. Only able to make 3 of them. Basilan has just done a good job of staying in front. Challenging every attempt, whether it's inside the arc or behind the three-point line. And offensively, this guy's been getting a lot of good passes.
Free throw of the game brought to you by Extreme Appliances at subok at kompletong appliances brand ng Pilipinas. Rosari gets a breather. Binalik na si Marwin Janicio, another threat from the outside. And the tough defender as well. Nico Elorde. Masaglang nasa gitna. Masaglang turnaround shot. Won't go. Rebound. Dagangon. Basilan with a great stop there. That's a whistle going against Nico Elorde, against his former teammate, Enzo Hosso.
They're trying to relive, those days in practice where they used to go up against each other every day.
Masaglang, pinahinga muna. Balik si Val Acuña. Enzo. Calo. Tolentino is right in front of him. Concepcion providing the pick. Here's Calo to Concepcion. Concepcion right at the rim. Everything is inside the paint para dito sa Basilan. And you gotta see, it looks like it looks like a conscious effort really, Javi, right now.
Correct. And we talked about it off air earlier that they're not really trying to shoot three-point shots if they're not really wide open. At previous play, Gensan did a better job on covering the two-man game of the Port Masters. But when they kicked it out to Sherwin Concepcion, hindi naman sila nakahabol doon, and they gave him the opportunity to get into the lane with a finger roll.
Attacking the closeout, Concepcion and Tolentino with 6 points in the game. And we check in with Lyra.
Kyle Tolentino continues to shine for the Gensan Warriors with back-to-back strong performances, but while the spotlight's starting to follow him, Kyle remains grounded. Lahat ng aspeto ng laro ko gusto ko talagang improve. Hindi pa ako satisfied kasi alam ko malayo pa ako sa pangarap ko. He shared that he's laser-focused and refining two major parts of his game, decision-making and mental toughness. And his secret, superstition or routine, call it what you will, Kyle revealed that he's been playing every game wearing the same shirt and tights that he's had for years. Parang lucky charm na rin, he said. With his humble attitude and relentless drive, he's proven to be one of their most exciting and consistent rising stars in the league. Back to you guys.
Thank you so much, Lyra. And no doubt about it, Kyle Tolentino has made his mark this season, particularly in the last 5 games of the Warriors. After they fell to 2-4, biglang sabay ito sa pag-angat ng Gensan ulit. Itong pagkuha ni Kyle Tolentino ng kanyang shooting touch.
Correct. And, you know, I think that was the missing piece in them getting victories here in this season. Kyle Tolentino really had to step up to the plate and produce para dito sa kanyang koponan.
Back to a 10-point lead. Bringas, jumper, won't go, tapik. Ends up with Marwin Janicio with an easy 2.
We definitely know what Larry Rodriguez and Val Acuña are capable of in terms of scoring and leading this team. But you have to have the young guys for the most part to really deliver.
That's Marwin Janicio. 36-28. Tagangon losing control. Steal completed by Liu. Eloy Tan to the cutting, Bringas, the extra pass. Acuña for 3. That's over the top.
That was a miss, but that's good passing in the break para sa Gensan Warriors. They moved that ball right to left, got it to the open shooter, Val Acuña. Just couldn't knock it down.
36-28. Joson. Nabantayan ni Val Acuña. Enzo. All knocked away. Back-to-back turnovers for Basilan. Liu finishes. No! They kick it out. Val Acuña for 3. They continue to misfire. Janicio gets the tip-in.
Was that for Marwin Janicio?
Yeah. Siya yung makikredit dun. 7 points now for Marwin Janicio. 6 na puntos na lang lamang ng Basilan. 7 seconds remaining here in the half. Kabagnot against Acuña. And Alex draws the foul on Val.
He does it better when the clock's running down.
That's the crunch man right there.
And he sees that clock below 10. That is the kind of moment that he embraces.
12.8 points, 4.5 assists per game this season. His first in the league. He was listed with Bacolod last season, right?
Yeah, as their playing head coach, but he never suited up for any game. What was on that sideline para sa kanila coaching. He was at the helm for a few games, and then decided that his playing days are not yet over. Went on to Converge for a while in the PBA, but now back here in the MPBL in a jersey, in a playing jersey for Basilan. We're happy to see him on the court.
It's 1 for 3 for Alex there. And that will do it for our first half dito sa Alonte Sports Arena. The two South Division contenders, Basilan and Gensan. It's been a great half off the bench para kay Adi Santos.
It's been such an easy game para sa kanya because he's been the beneficiary of a lot of nice passes from Eman Calo and Jimboy Pastoran, just making himself available on those cuts to the baskets.
37-30. Port Masters ahead against the Warriors.
Manny Pacquiao is annihilating Oscar De La Hoya. That is the most spectacular one-punch set of Manny Pacquiao's incredible career. And he fights his way up and goes down again. Straight left lands for Manny. Does he have Colo in trouble? Manny Pacquiao is a storm. Another huge left hand by Pacquiao. Punch after punch after punch. And he backs the straight left hand. And there's the punching now. Look at the brilliant accuracy of Manny Pacquiao. Landing with both right and left hands. This is why we use the word sensation.
Welcome back to Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. It is halftime of our second game between Gensan Warriors and Basilan Port Masters. Ako po si Lyra Punsalan at kasama ko ngayon ang team manager of Gensan Warriors, Sir Merman Flores, and of course the assistant coach of Basilan Port Master, Coach Lito Caro. Sir Merman, we've seen great chemistry for Gensan Warriors despite trailing a little bit for the first half. What's happening behind the scenes that keeps the team so connected and so motivated?
Syempre, it starts at practice, you know. Being friends with each other and just working hard together. Kahit na minsan merong away during practice, but you know, keeping people intact and keeping the chemistry of the team. And that's about it.
Any greetings?
Yes, we'd like to thank our sponsors. We'd like to thank Armor On, Mount Sabrina, Sandman, and Jinky Skin. And we'd like to thank lahat ng mga nanonood sa Gensan ngayon. Sila Mayora Lorely Pacquiao, Bobby Pacquiao, and Governor Roel Pacquiao. And we'd like to say hello to our ninong, Senator Manny Pacquiao. Good luck sa training mo. Good night.
Thank you so much, Sir Merman Flores of the Gensan Warriors. And now to my right, we have the assistant coach of Basilan Port Masters, Coach Lito Caro. Coach Alex mentioned earlier that you've been working hard to try to manifest wins. And how do you plan to stay consistent for the second half?
Yes, siyempre nakita naman natin yung first half. Siyempre, focus pa rin kami sa depensa namin, no? Kung ano yung iniinsayo namin sa ensayo namin, nag-focus kami sa depensa, sa rebounding, kaya ngayon medyo lamang kami. So I hope ma-contain namin yung first half namin para manalo kami this game.
May mga gusto pa po ba kayong pasalamatan?
Yes, first of all, I would like to thank to all the Basileños in Basilan, to Mayor Joel Sataman, and to our boss, Boss Jackson Chua, and to Mayor-elect Alvin Utasa of Loreto, Municipality of Loreto, Agusan del Sur. Thank you.
Maraming salamat, Assistant Coach Lito Caro of Basilan Port Masters. Magbabalik po ang Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League.
Halftime dito sa Alonte Sports Arena in Binyan, Laguna. The Basilan Viva Port Masters led by as many as 14 in that first half before settling for the 7-point lead. But the Port Masters really punishing the Warriors inside the paint. And that has led to a 66% clip. Very impressive in that first half, Javi.
Only attempting 21 attempts, but getting 14 of those inside the arc. They only took 10 3-point shots, and there has been a conscious effort, as we mentioned, to really try and get everything going inside the paint. They've been making the right decisions. They've been making the right reads, and defensively, they have been pressuring Gensan out of their options, really denying everything on the half-court set. But the Warriors were able to respond even better in the second quarter, getting some points better than they had in the first quarter. They had 19 out of the 15 of the Basilan Viva Port Masters to try and chip down this advantage, but they have to do a better job of getting past the defense of Basilan in the second half.
Cal Tolentino had 7 points in that first half, matching Marwin Janicia's output. Adi Santos also had a stellar first half, 14 points. And he starts the third together with Dagangon, Cruz, Joson, Kaduyak. And on the other side, it's Masaglang, Apreco, Ilorde, Larry Rodriguez, and Cal Tolentino.
They go back down to that double drag play, but a little variation on that when they try to set up Enzo Joson for another pin down screen.
37-30, 9.5 minutes to play here in the third. Early pala tayo. Jervy Cruz inside. Cruz, oh, beautiful shot from Jervy Cruz.
It's classic Jervy Cruz. Fall away jumper mid-range.
Big Masaglang. They go to Larry Rodriguez. Tolentino with a pick. Kyle pops out, fires a three. In and out, rebound. Jervy Cruz.
See, even if bahagyan nakakawala sa depensa itong Gensan, Basilan does a nice job of recovering back to their man.
Inside Kaduyak, the extra pass to Adi Santos. It's been like that for majority of the game, Javi. Those extra passes, and Adi Santos, what a guy to have on the team. Siya lagi yan, you know, that's his really bread and butter.
Oh yeah, that's why Basilan really wanted him back for this season after spending time with different teams the past years. It's his ability to defend, to give energy on the floor, and to finish those drop passes given to him underneath.
Assist of the game brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
Ang ganda rin kasi ng timing niya eh. Kaya ang ganda parati ng mga pasa na nakukuha niya.
Dagangon with a turnaround shot. That won't go. Adi Santos again.
And if the pass doesn't get to him, he's always there, available for an offensive rebound and put back.
Bagsak si Nico Ilorde, foul away from the ball. That's on Gab Dagangon. Nice shot here from Gab, pero hindi pumasok. Doon naman si Adi Santos. Walang problema.
When that shot goes up, if you're the man of Adi Santos, you gotta put a body on him right away because he's really gonna try and go for those loose balls.
Also tracks down the long rebound. Kaduyak to Enzo Joson for three. And finally, Enzo Joson, you see how much it meant to him. The way he celebrated there.
First field goal in the game.
Yeah, that's his first field goal in many months. 46-30. Tonton Bringas, couple of fakes, and Tonton banks it in.
He's been very methodical tonight. Quality minutes on the floor, off the bench para kay Tonton Bringas for Gensan.
Enzo Joson, a against Liu. Andy Santos providing the pick. They go behind the back. Jervy misfires from beyond the arc. Elorde. Liu attacks and gets it to Bringas. Nag-hesitate si Tonton dun. Liu with 10 to shoot. High arcing three, won't go. Bringas with the offensive rebound. Wants to get to this matchup against Dagangon, and it's a turnover.
He was thinking twice about kicking it out to Nico Elorde dahil si Gab Dangangon nakatao sa kanya doon.
Our three-point shot is brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances. That's Enzo Hoson.
At that time for Basilan, they were trying to set up Dagangon on the left side. Everybody was paying attention to that. Did not pay attention to Hoson trailing the play.
Challenge here from Coach Elvis. We will be right back.
Upon review, the challenge was successful. Ball possession for Gensan.
Successful challenge here for Coach Elvis. That's off the foot of Gab Dagangon. Bringas. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Bringas again, taken away by Gab. Could have taken the shot there.
Yeah.
Tonton Bringas, particularly with the shot clock winding down. Adi Santos inside the paint. Nope. Eloy Tan. Liu now with Kyle. Jonicio. Liu given space. He is fouled by Enzo Hoso. First foul of the quarter for either team.
And that's crazy because both teams have been playing good aggressive defense here in the third quarter.
Kaduyak. Bigay kay Enzo Hoso. Back to Kaduyak. Kaduyak. Oh! Raymar Kaduyak. This is more of like the Lyceum Raymar Kaduyak na naalala ko. Yung mga galawan na ganun.
He's just very patient. He doesn't try to force anything. He's such a smart player. That's why he's gotten a lot of playing time here under Coach Rich Alvarez. This move should be credited also to Andy Santos, making that kind of Gortat screen.
This is our Kickster great move of the game. Born for greatness, Raymar Kaduyak has not scored a lot this season. No? Hindi ganun kalaki yung production niya. Pero right now, ginagamit siya primarily as a point guard. He's done wonders for this Basilan team of late. I'd like to thank LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL. 2 for 2 si Eloy Tan. Parang nagkakaroon na sila ng stability dito sa posisyon na to, Javi, itong point guard position.
At unti-unti na lang na nare-realize at nare-recognize. Naiintindihan na nila kung ano yung mga roles talaga nila. They're not trying to outdo themselves on the floor.
Dagangon, nice. And Raymar Kaduyak responsible for pulling the strings. Siya talaga magdidiktad dyan kung ano nangyayari sa court. So hindi natin nakikita ang kanyang influensya sa stat sheet.
It's really more the way that they run their offense, the flow.
4 points para kay Larry Rodriguez. Still a 14-point lead for Gensan. Halfway through, for Basilan rather, sorry about that. Dagangon pulls up, three-pointer. Too strong. Larry with the rebound quickly to Val Acuna. Acuna They go down low to Tan, blocked by Hoson. Val Acuna knocks down the three.
Finally, a three-point shot by Val Acuna. He missed a number of shots from beyond the arc in that second quarter particularly, and those were open looks. So a good sign that he's able to knock it down at this point na naghahabol sila.
It was 1 of 5 in the first. He's now 1 of 5. 0 for 4 in the first half. Kaduyak wide open for Dagango. 2 open.
He's not gonna miss it twice in a row. Often ito si Gab Dagangon. He had an open look earlier. That time they left him wide open again. This time he knocks it down. Check this out. Step to the side, fly by Acuna. Beautiful stroke as always for the former UE Red Warrior. And again, look who influenced that offense. Raymar Kaduyak. Nice swing pass to the right wing.
53 to 39. Let's make that 53 to 40. Get a special deal from 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer. 1 of 2 para kay Val Acuna. 13-point game. Tempra. Knockout to Kaduyak. Halo. Inside the paint they go. Tempra is denied. That's a travel.
I think this is a good move for Gensan, shifting to a zone for that defensive possession. Ginulat nila ang Basilan dun. Basilan was forced to try to get something inside at kinuyog nila si Tempra dun with multiple defenders.
53 to 40. Kabagnot is back on the floor in place of Kaduyak. Eloy Tan short on that three-pointer. James Tempra with the rebound. Kabagnot will play the point here. A little over 3 minutes to play in the third. Gab Dagangon to Concepcion. Concepcion pulls the trigger, in and out, and in again. Sherwin Concepcion with a 3. His second of the game.
He was given the green light by Coach Rich Alvarez. Coach Rich was already telling him to shoot, and that's exactly what he did. But nice answer here by Val Acuna, starting to feel it right now for Gensan. Back-to-back hits for him.
Quick response from Val Acuna para mababa ulit sa 13 yung kalamangan dito ng Basilan. Under 3 minutes to play. Kabagnot to Concepcion. They go to Dagangon against Tan. Calo for 3. Off the mark. Rebound ni Masaglang. Eloy Tan. Back to Ping Masaglang. Mainit ang kamay ni Val Acuna. Larry Rodriguez for 3. Off to the right. Rebound. Tempra. Kabagnot will slow things down. Pressure from Masaglang. Concepcion down low. Tempra for 2.
Basic high-low there. You get it to the man in the middle against the zone. And Sherwin Concepcion locating James Tempra. Bounce pass by Kabagnot. No guy helping out Larry Rodriguez. Just too late to try and stop James Tempra.
There's defending 2 players there. Larry Rodriguez. And that forces Gensan into a timeout. They're down by 15 here in the third. Dicks are fan of the game, born for greatness. Back here at the Alote Sports Arena. Work from Arena. Work from Arena.
Pinadala pa dito yung trabaho.
Oo, basketball tsaka ano. Hindi rin pwedeng ma-miss yung laro. Dali mo yung laptop mo, doon ka magtrabaho sa gym. Harry Rodriguez misses from close range. Rebound, Elorde. Junicio has it. Malacuña with some space. In and out. Tempra to Cabagnot. Back to Hoson. Basilan with a stop. Cabagnot. Hoson back to the crunch man. Cabagnot unable to make the three. Rebound ni Masaglang. Nagmamadali si Ping. Finds Junicio from nasa corner. Marwin for three. Yes, sir!
Hesitated for a bit, but wala na talagang lumapit sa kanya doon. So he decided to take the shot. That's a big basket for them as they try to end this third quarter on a high note. They need a couple of stops.
10 points now for Marwin. Lead is at 12. Calo attacks middle. Lost it. But a foul on Gensan. Only the first team foul.
Lots of hands on that drive to the basket by Eman Calo. Tried to poke the ball away from him as he tried to puncture the middle.
Cabagnot to Sherwin Concepcion. Puts the ball on the deck against Marwin Junicio. Airballs the jumper.
Two successive stops now for Gensan, forcing Basilan into outside shots. One from beyond the arc and one inside.
Junicio to Elorde. Tolentino. Liu pops out. Liu launches the three. Air ball.
He needs to make those open looks. That was already a nice corner setup for him. Kusari setting the screen.
Tempra against Kusari. Labas kay Eman Calo. Cabagnot. Binabatay ni Cal Tolentino. The crunch man takes the jumper. Well defended by Kyle. A foul. On who?
I think it's going to go against Kusari.
We gotta check that again.
Cabagnot was forced to take the shot here, and then there's the push on Tempra by Kusari.
The second team foul for Gensan here in the third. 20 seconds remaining. That ball bouncing off the rim.
Muntikan ulit matawagan ng isa pang foul doon si Kusari. There was another push on James Tempra, but now the Warriors with a chance for the last shot here in the third quarter if they manage the clock well.
With Santos, the Spider-Man. MPBL MVP. Hindi pa siya nakasuited up ngayon para dito sa Basilan. Former MPBL champion as well with Pampanga. Elorde. Tolentino for three. Off the mark. And Basilan ends the third with a defensive stop. Gensan Warriors searching for answers in this ball game. Port Masters have been in control right from the get-go. Highlights of the game brought to you by Sip Plus, official hydration partner of the MPBL. Elevate their hydration.
Raymar Caduyac has been directing traffic very well here para sa Basilan Viva Port Masters, having 6 assists already in this game. He really has influenced the flow of offense of Basilan in this game, preventing Gensan from getting closer sa laro na to.
Sa Alonte Sports Arena tayo ngayon for our Wednesday triple header in the Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. This is our LGR fan of the game. Matid sa inyo ng ating official outfitter, LGR Sportswear. Fourth quarter about to begin. Enzo Hoson, Eman Calo, Sherwin Concepcion, Alex Cabagnot, and James Tempra ang 5 for Basilan. Here's Calo. Drives Concepcion on the kick out. Turnover. Quarter scoring, 22-11 Basilan. They took the second quarter, nakuha ng Gensan 19-15, and in the third, Basilan regaining control, 21-16.
The first few possessions of that third quarter were very crucial para sa Basilan in setting the tone once again after they were outscored by 4 points going into the halftime break. And they were able to regain order on their side of the floor, dictating the pace once again and defending well against Gensan in that third period.
58-46 now. Rosari. Olorde finds Kosari underneath. Masyadong malakas.
I think medyo nagulat rin siya dun sa pasa dahil bagyang libre na dun si Nico Elorde. The reason for that rushed attempt.
Cabagnot. Concepcion back to Cabagnot. 8 seconds to work with. The crunch man. That's a tough angle. Rebound nakuha ni Liu.
Ooh.
Kita-kita. Eman Calo.
He readily acknowledged it.
Referee Hali Damikog was quick on the scene. Yun yung bangga.
And then the answer there, right to the chest. Definitely going to be a non-sportsmanlike foul. No question about that. That's a hard hit to the midsection.
Kala ko sweet itong si Eman Calo.
Minsan spicy rin.
Oo. That's a nice combination.
Yeah.
Sweet and spicy. Hopefully though, if you're Coach Rich, hindi na siya ma-upgrade.
Yeah.
Because it looked like a close fist.
It was a close fist. It's definitely going to be an unsportsmanlike foul, pero sana hindi siya cause for rejection.
And not for us to decide though.
Definitely. Our referee is really taking a good close look at it.
Yeah, referee Seb Pingol approaching.
Upon review, unsportsmanlike foul on number 19, Eman
This is going to
Calo.
be a very
Third
important
foul on Eman
point
Calo.
here para sa Gensan because this can be a momentum shifter para sa kanila. They make the 2 free throws, they get a basket, whether it's a 2 or a 3, it doesn't matter as long as they convert.
Marvin Judisio at the line. (47-58) is the count. Good strong game for Marwin. He's got 12 points. Leading scorer for the Warriors. Also has 4 rebounds. Janicio. They go to Nico Elorde. Janicio with the pick. Nico. Liu too deep. They swing it over. Back to the other side. Bringas pulls the trigger. It's a shot clock violation.
Elorde's got to take that shot. As a guard on the floor para sa Gensan, he has to recognize when the shot clock's winding down. When he has the ball and it's only 4 seconds left on the 24, he has to go into the motion of taking a shot.
10th turnover for Gensan. 11 turnovers so far for Basilan. Eman Calo has stayed in the game. Papasok na si Adi Santos sa next dead ball. Kaduyak. Jervy fires. Yes. Consi Jervy extends the lead back to 12 for Basilan.
That's his range, and another assist delivered by Raymar Kaduyak. You know, it's no surprise, Sedef, that Raymar Kaduyak has been blossoming into a great court general here for Basilan. this season because he's playing under Coach Alex Cabagnot.
7 in the game. 7 assists in the game for Kaduyak. Dagangon is fouled. He is their leading rebounder with 8 rebounds this ball game. Free throw of the game brought to you by Extreme Appliances. Ang subok at kompletong appliances brand ng Pilipinas. Stuck at 7 points. Gab Dagangon so far. Tolentino. Kyle. Oh, poked away by Eman Calo.
That was a tight pass made there by Marvin Janicio. Went right through the needle.
Eloy Tan comes in for Nico Ilorde, who's been hobbling a bit. Tolentino. Eman Calo there. Bringas to get the inbound. Tolentino pulls the trigger. That won't go. Tonton Bringas. Valacuña fires and scores. 3-pointer para kay Valacuña, and it's down to 9. The lead of Basilan.
Big basket there para kay Valacuña to get this lead down to single digits. 3-pointer number 7 in the game for the Warriors.
Kaduyak turnaround shot. That won't drop. And Jervy Cruz is fouled.
Medyo nahuli dun sa pagpasok si Tonton Bringas, which allowed Jervy Cruz to get that offensive rebound. But nice kick out here. Bringas getting it to Valacuña, his fellow veteran. Acuña a few feet away from that 3-point line. Still able to convert.
Get a special deal from 1xBet. Scan the QR code, claim your special offer. Jervy Cruz did not make the first free throw.
Free throws now starting to be a problem for Basilan. 6 out of 12.
8 of 10 on the other hand for Gensan. Pasok ang pangalawa para kay Jervy Cruz. It's a 10-point game with 7:24 remaining in the fourth. Eloy Tan. Bringas thought about it. Acuña lumapit. Valacuña, yes sir! Heating up here in the fourth. Valacuña with back-to-back hits from beyond the arc.
When it matters the most, you can lean on the former MVP Valacuña.
Jervy Cruz, short. Dagangon with the rebound. There was a whistle already before Dagangon took the shot.
Physicality really going up a few notches here as we go late into the game. You can see how bad these two teams want this victory.
A good challenge by Bringas. A foul before that shot galing kay Gab Dagangon.
Good thing that action did not escalate.
Zamahari has been inserted to the game to defend etong si Valacuña.
His first taste of action. And usually Mahari would get early playing time, sometimes even start his games para sa Basilan.
Well, they will challenge this last out-of-bounds decision. Talking about the Basilan Port Masters. And we will be right back. Coach Rich Alvarez with the challenge. Babalik kami.
Upon review, the challenge was inconclusive. Therefore, the challenge has been
the call
nullified.
will remain, and the challenge will remain. Bringas gets in the lane, travel.
I think also might have,
Natapilok siya.
yeah, rolled his ankle there on that fake attempt.
Let's go to Lyra.
Before tip-off, Coach Alvarez of the Basilan Port Masters was visibly honest and a bit frustrated about the current state of his team with the 3-7 standing. He admitted that the squad hasn't been in its best form lately. Hindi talaga magandang takbo namin, he said, clearly carrying the weight of their recent struggles. Despite the pressure, Coach Rich still managed to flash some humor. Balikan mo na lang ako mamaya pag nanalo na kami, he joked. And mukhang babalikan ko nga dahil sa success itong Basilan. Back to you guys.
Maraming salamat, Lyra, and that shows you the demeanor of Coach Rich. No, he's a fun, easygoing guy, and that's Tonton Bringas rolling his ankle there. Binalik na si Larry Rodriguez sa laro. Still a long way to go though. 7-point game. Jervy misses. Long rebound ends up with Enzo Hoson against Eloy Tan, his former teammate. Eloy is whistled for the foul. That is the third on Gensan here in the fourth.
Well, they've been forcing Basilan into outside shots. The thing is, after those outside shots, it's gotten into long rebounds, which Basilan has been able to go after. So instead of generating stops and getting an opportunity to run on the break and get a basket, Gensan has to defend again in the half court.
And that's the fourth team foul on Gensan. Well, they're already over the limit, actually. Penalty na. Oh, Mahari, that's a big hit on Tan. An offensive foul on John Mahari. Basilan just can't seem to put together a nice offensive sequence here in the fourth, Javi.
They want to avoid possibly a meltdown here because madalas na nangyayari sa kanila to. Fourth quarter, not able to get a good finishing kick. The defense of Gensan has turned up a notch, really trying their best to contend for those loose balls, generate offense themselves because they're still down here and they need to convert. But Basilan still doing a good job of really holding the fourth here.
Coach Rich with a challenge on that offensive foul on Mahari. We'll be right back.
Upon review, the challenge was unsuccessful.
Unsuccessful challenge for Coach Rich. And he was moving Mahari.
He really charged into Eloy Tan there. Right through the chest. Definitely an offensive foul. Gensan has to make do with this possession and score.
Acuna from deep. Boom! That's a three. Para kay Val Acuna, that's the third triple para kay Val dito sa fourth.
Who better to go to than Val Acuna here in the crucial moments? Cal Tolentino is on the floor, but Acuna is much accustomed to these types of situations. But this guy, though, after terrorizing Gensan the entire first half, 14 points in just 10 minutes, ngayon, nakakuha ulit siya ng magandang pasa galing kay Raymar Caduyac.
Caduyac with the assist of the game, brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. 18 points for Adi Santos. Trabaho niya, tumapos. But he could not complete the three-point play. That's 8 assists para kay Raymar Caduyak. 6-point lead for Basilan, 5.5 to go. Acuna uses the pick from Larry. Val again, it's short. And look at Rodriguez with the offensive rebound. Larry misses.
Yeah, that's going to stay. Adi Santos was the last one on basketball, tapped it out of bounds.
They were asking dun sa rebound kung may foul dapat kay Enzo Hoson.
Coach Rich wasn't very happy with that possession. A bit frustrated with what happened. He's going to move on here. Also tell his team to do the same.
Enzo Hoson whistled for the personal. Nasa penalty na rin ang Basilan. Kyle Tolentino is at the free throw line. 5 minutes and 10 seconds remaining. Gensan has done a terrific job na makabalik dito. It has not been the best of nights shooting the basketball from beyond the arc, but somehow they find a way. They've shot just 26% from the 3-point line, 36% from the 2-point zone. Pero they are within striking distance. Get a special deal from 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer.
It's because of the grit that they've been showing defensively. They are determined to really fight and contend every possession. They're not going to back down too easily here against Basilan. They want to try and sustain this winning run that they've had. They've won 4 of their last 5 games, while Basilan has dropped 3 of their last 4.
Alex Cabagnot against Val Acuna. 2 veterans going at it. Cabagnot gets in the lane. That's a foul on Marwin Jonicio.
He really tried to barge in between those 2 defenders. Alex Cabagnot going to his left side.
This has been the problem here para dito sa Gensan. It's all about staying in front.
Yeah.
Kasi kanina pa, every time, you know, the situation for Adi Santos is always created because the guards have been beating their defenders off the dribble.
Oh, but I already mentioned this earlier. It's because all of them are offensive threats, yung mga gwardiya nitong Basilan, even the guys from the bench. And now you have Alex Cabagnot running the show, all very capable of scoring the basket. But they've been doing both jobs, scoring and orchestrating.
Cabagnot, that's Awin Alday earlier. Nahanda na para sa laban nila against Binyan. In a while, a streaking Binyan team. Magkadikit din sila sa team standing, so watch out for that ball game. Val Acuna, 12 to shoot against Adi Santos. Parehong top candidates natin para sa best player of the game yan. Lorde drives, no. Tonton staying composed, no good. Tonton puts it in. Down to 5 ang lamang ng Basilan. Tonton bring us shrugging off that ankle injury earlier to give Gensan a lift.
Playing almost 14 minutes in this game, doing a little bit of everything. 8 points now. He's got 6 rebounds as well as 4 assists.
Tapos ang tira ni Alex Cabagnot. Rebound, Jonicio. A big basket coming up here for Gensan. Off the mark, Antres. Ni Val Acuna.
Well, there's still 3 minutes and 57 left on the game clock. These guys are playing like it's the final seconds.
They're going for the home run play there. Val Acuna.
These 2 teams have gotten us on the edge of our seats here.
Could be a playoff preview as well. Itong laban natin.
Yeah, you're right.
65 to 60. Alex Cabagnot, bigay kay Jervy Cruz, pulls the trigger. And Consi Jervy knocks down the jumper to make it a 7-point lead. Lee Yu drives, and a whistle going against Gab Dagangon.
Boy, He really wanted a quick basket after that make. Two-man game, two veterans running that show. Simple pick and pop, and Jervy Cruz over the hand of Tonton Bringas. That's a defense that he's used to seeing back in their collegiate days. FEU versus UST.
EU could not convert the first free throw. 3 minutes and 33 seconds remaining. 3 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists para kay Liu. He's 1 for 2. Nico Ilorde goes back to the bench. Eloy Tan replaces him. Eman Calo. Kabagnot wants it against Tan. Jervy puts the ball on the deck. The turnaround shot from Jervy. Wild. Liu pushing. Natapik ni Adi Santos. Recovered. No! It's a turnover.
And even in those kinds of situations, Adi Santos continuing to make an impact.
Oo. Importante yung tapik na dito.
See here, Liu was ready to go and lead the break here for Gensan, but he comes from behind and taps it, influencing this turnover for Gensan.
Big Masaglang comes back for Joel Liu. 67-61. Foul away from the ball. That's on Tan. Free throws coming up for Cabagnot.
Basilan should take advantage of these free throws being given to them. They haven't had a good percentage from the line tonight. 9 out of 16.
3 minutes and 5 seconds remaining. Cabagnot 3-5-4. Free throw shooting for both teams. Dito, Avi. Only 9 of 17 for Basilan. Gensan with 10 of 14 for 71%. Split at the line para kay Alex Cabagnot. 68-61 namang ang Viva Port Masters. 3 minutes remaining. Eloy Tan, Tuping Masaglang. Marwin Jonicio, binabantay ni Adi Santos. The handoff to Tan. Eloy drives. Fouled.
Well, I thought he was going nowhere. He was met by two defenders. Just had the presence of mind to put that ball up and fish for the foul. They were able to draw it on Gab Dagangon, who comes out of the game with 5.
And decision time here para kay Coach Rich. He brings in Raymar Caduyak. Eloy Tan at the line. First one goes in para kay Eloy.
And Gensan has to buckle down even more defensively here with both Cabagnot and Caduyak now on the floor to orchestrate para sa Basilan. You also have Eman Calo there. So 3 guards on the floor for Coach Rich Alvarez.
Masaglang trying to bother Caduyak. They go to Cabagnot against Tan. The crunch man inside the paint. Finds Santos. Labas kay Caduyak. Jervy. Ball poked away. It's a foul on Masaglang.
That's definitely a frustrating call. Tan thought he had all ball. Coach Elvis will try and challenge this. Shot clock winding down. That could have been an opportunity for a transition attack para sa Gensan.
Coach Elvis with a challenge. And we will be right back.
Upon review, the challenge was unsuccessful. Call on the floor stays. Foul on
Unsuccessful challenge for Coach Elvis Tolentino.
Got a lot of hand on that swipe attempt to si Eloy Tan. Cruz will be tested at the free throw line now.
Jervy Cruz, his first game back after winning as counselor.
Eight points currently in the game para kay Jervy Cruz.
Marin Janicio, 69 to 63. Oh, another foul.
Yeah, Calo trying to hold down Val Acuña as he was trying to meet the ball on the handoff on top from Eloy Tan. Both teams are already over the limit with still 4 minutes remaining in this game, so you could expect a lengthy finish here.
Val Acuña coming alive here in the second half. That's a 5-point game.
18 points in the game for Val Acuña. After struggling in the first half, Acuña coming alive here in the fourth.
Acuña, all of his 18 here in the second half. Enzo Hoson returns. Cabagnot, Caduya, Hoson, Santos, and Cruz. The referees have been calling it tight.
Oh yeah.
Dito sa ating fourth quarter.
Almost every possession down these past few times have been fouls.
Cabagnot against Acuña. Alex sees a gap. The kick out to Hoson. Enzo, good line. Pasok yan para kay Enzo Hoson. Trying to torment his former team here. 7 points for Enzo Hoson.
He's not had a lot of buckets in this game, Sidelf, but each time he was able to make a shot, very timely itong mga score ni Enzo Hoson. Earlier to try and quell a rally, now the same to try and bring the hammer down on these Gensan Warriors. What a pass there by Alex Cabagnot when he blew by Val Acuña. Talagang pinahirapan ni Val si Alex Cabagnot on that right side. Took a while for him to make a decision, but when he did, was able to get past Acuña and saw that Hoson was open for the three-point shot.
A 7-point cushion now. Tolentino jumper is good. Babasa 5 ang lamang. Santos brings the ball down. Caduya. Val Acuña against him. Now they go to Cabagnot. Eloy Tan ang nakabantay doon sa kabila. Caduya will fire. No. The rebound, Jervy Cruz. Turn around. Jervy. A big basket for Jervy Cruz.
They get the shot that they wanted itong Gensan. They got Caduya to miss from the outside. But see here, nobody boxing out Jervy Cruz.
Play of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. 10 points for Jervy Cruz. The lead has been extended back to 7 para sa Basilan. We'll be right back. Minute and 26 remaining. Basilan's next 3 games, they go up against Cebu, Mindoro, and Pasig. A good chance here for Coach Rich to put together some wins para sa kanila after that very challenging schedule to start their campaign dito sa Season 7 natin.
They want to try and get out of the bottom half of the team standings in the South.
Eloy Tan fires a three. It's short. Rebound. Fought for. Last touch ni Enzo Hoson. It will remain with Gensan. Val Acuna returns. Still a 7-point lead for Basilan. Tonton Bringas. Junicio has it. He'll fire a three. Too strong. Hoson with the rebound. Kabagnot gets it across. Binigay kay Enzo. Hoson in under pressure. Enzo. Cruz with the pick. Jerby for three. Too strong. Kyle quickly to Val. Acuna. Oh! Val Acuna. That's from the Binyan logo. 21 points for Val Acuna. Incredible stroke tonight. Particularly in the second half para kay Val Acuna.
What a gutsy attempt. See here the forward pass coming from Tolentino. You had Joel Liu cutting through the middle. Possibly could have been an easy 2 points for Liu, but Acuna taking matters for himself with the defense draped all over him. Hoson had that one challenged.
Val Acuna, 14 points in the quarter, 21 in the game. That's all in the second half, and Kaduyak misses the free throw. Basilan only 11 of 21 from the free throw line, so a glimmer of hope here. 2 for 2. 40 seconds remaining. Tan in trouble against Kaduyak. Bringas, Junicio. They go to Val Acuna. Adi Santos right in front. Oh! Foul! A foul on Adi Santos against his former teammate Val Acuna, and Val will shoot 3 free throws. Whew. Assistant coach Mactan could not believe it. Tingnan natin yung nangyari dito, Javi.
Ooh, I don't think there was any contact, but parang nadaplisan yung wrist.
No, I think it was more of the arm right there.
Well, they've been calling it really tight here in the fourth quarter. Lots of fouls being called.
Acuna, what a half for him. He missed the second.
Oh, this door is still wide open here para sa Gensan, but Acuna's got to make this free throw.
2 timeouts for Basilan, no more for Gensan. Acuna, 2 for 3. And Coach Rich sues for time. He has a decision to make. Will he get it across for a 14-second shot clock that will leave 8 seconds para dito sa Gensan, or dito siya mag-i-inbound sa kanila sa court ng Gensan?
Ngayon lang, hindi pa dito hanggang dito sa labas. All kasi yung mga kapapaldo. Guys, ha? Mag-recording yan. Nagkukuha niya. Basta ito na tao. Papawin yan.
Jeremy, you're still good, right? Guys, it's nothing special, guys. We just need the inbound. Alex, I want you to inbound. All we need to do is just get the ball in bounds, really. Lex, just get open. Hey, be ready to, just be ready to flash. Don't be shy. Flash to the ball, pass it, pass fake if you have to. Relax, guys. Okay? All we need to do is just inbound and take care of the ball. Don't try to dribble. All right, Enzo.
Coach Rich Alvarez keeping it simple in that timeout.
But it looks like they're going to use the length of the floor here so that Gensan might not have an opportunity
it's a risk as well because
Yeah.
Gensan,
If they get the steal, it's going to be an easy romp to the basket. They're going to be near their ring. And just
22
like Coach Rich said, they just need to get it in bounds.
yeah, pakita lang. No, just flash if you need to. And Kaduyak gets it. And the foul on Kyle Tolentino. So Kaduyak under pressure.
If there's a guy that they wanted to foul, it's got to be Raymar Kaduyak or Adi Santos. Kaduyak missed his last 2 free throws. Adi Santos is not really a good free throw shooter. So Kaduyak right now, he'll definitely be tested because this could make or break the game for Basilan.
Kaduyak 0 for 3 in his last 3 attempts. So it is a 2-point game. 19 seconds remaining. Important for Gensan here to grab the rebound. A chance for them. But Kaduyak goes 1 for 2. 3-point lead for Basilan. Gensan needs a 3. Basilan needs a stop. Junicio. Bigay kay Eloy Tan. They're trying to set up Val Acuña here for sure. There's a double team. Tolentino keeps it in play. Tonton Bringas will fire a 3. No!
Oh, what defense shown there by Basilan. Lots of indecision by the ball handlers of the Warriors, Eloy Tan and Marvin Junicio. Not a lot of intention in the way that they moved when they crossed half court.
We've been impressed at the way Basilan was able to, execute offensively, especially sa first half. Ngayon, they did so well there defensively to deny Gensan that final possession.
Acuña was waiting for it in that right corner, but they couldn't get it to him. Kyle Tolentino tried to meet the basketball, but as soon as they got it, they trapped him on the sideline.
Bigs on top. Bigs on top. Guard sa ilalim. Let's just set a double down screen. Get open, make the pass. Sabay.
Passing it here.
Tingin.
Tapo na.
Bigs.
Hey, don't touch the ball. Everyone has to go to the ball.
Coach Elvis Tolentino. It looks like the comeback will fall short here. Para sa kanyang kupunan. A second remaining. Basilan just needs to get it. Oh, Alex gave it to Val, and Val almost made the shot.
He took the risk. He was very confident that it was too far out for Val Acuña, even with his hot hands here in the fourth quarter, to even make the shot. But wow, only a guy like Alex Cabuegnot can do that, a veteran in this game. He was just so confident that this win was going to go their way.
And a hard-fought win para dito sa Basilan Viva Port Masters. It took a while, and they struggled to seal this one. Pero they were able to pull it off, holding off. And Gensan Warriors, our best player of the game, is brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Adi Santos scored 14 in the first half, where Basilan took control and then finished with 20. Some crucial baskets in the second half.
Well, it was a total team effort, but you gotta give it to Adi Santos. He set the tone para sa Basilan in terms of points in the paint. It really helped the Viva Port Masters establish an early lead.
Final score, Basilan pulling off a 3-point victory over the Gensan Warriors. Let's go to Lyra Punsalan.
Adi, first of all, congratulations on your career-high performance. Sinabi ni Alex kanina that you guys really needed to adjust and you were able to do that. After a string of losses, gaano ka-fulfilling na finally nasungkit nyo na tong panalo?
Siyempre, una sa lahat, nagpapasalamat ako sa Diyos. Binigay sa amin yung panalo. Tsaka kailangan na talaga namin manalo. Hindi pwedeng nandun kami sa baba. Kaya nagdo-double effort kami sa practice, extra time. Tsaka binibigay namin yung best namin.
And another one, sinabi din ni Coach Rich na nag-e-effort naman kayo. Paano nyo sinigurado na matranslate yung effort na yun para manalo ngayong gabi at hopefully magtuloy-tuloy pa?
Ano lang, syempre tulong-tulong kami. Saka talagang usap-usap kaming mga players para syempre makuha na namin yung panalo.
Any greetings?
Unang-una, binabati ko yung asawa ko, siya, tsaka yung anak ko si Ethan, si Bianca, tsaka si Boss Jackson Chua, Cap Vic Reyes, Mayor Jules Hataman, Viva Port, Red Dynasty Seafood Restaurant, Pinum Sportswear, Bake Tech, Fright Master, tsaka yung family ko sa Cubao. Hello mga kaibigan ko, tsaka salamat sa Diyos, binigay na sa amin yung panalo.
Maraming salamat, Adi Santos of the Basilan Portmasters. Our best player of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. 1xBet, your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Lyra, and congratulations kay Adi Santos leading the way for Basilan for their 4th win of the season. And taking down the Gensan Warriors. And up next, it's a battle between Binyan and Rizal. 2 more South Division teams battle it out dito sa Alonte Sports Arena. We'll be right back for that one.